Coming up on AgweekTV, Minnesota lawmakers get to work. We'll hear about their plans for agriculture.
We'll tell you why North Dakota's aerial applicators had a big year in 2024.
We'll have important information for corn and soybean growers about the upcoming Expo.
And we'll meet the man who drove his antique tractor across the U.S. to raise money and awareness for FFA. Welcome to AgweekTV. I'm Emily Beal. Minnesota lawmakers are back in session to work on new bills and a state budget. But as Michael Johnson reports, the closely divided legislature is off to a rocky start.
Republicans have just a one-vote majority in the Minnesota House, but a special election January 28th could bring it to an even split. Until then, DFL lawmakers have indicated that there's no quorum to pass votes without them. And on opening day, they were no-shows. But Eric Putnam, who chairs the Senate Agriculture, Veterans, Broadband, and Rural Development Committee, says he's hopeful they can pass legislation to help farmers.
And one of the things I heard the most this summer had to do with anxiety around commodity prices. Input prices are going up, commodity prices are going down. And that's a tremendous problem for a lot of folks in agriculture.
Putnam says he wants to put more resources into farm business management, mental health care, farm property taxes, and succession planning. Paul Anderson is co-chair of the House Ag Finance and Policy Committee. He says the past few years have had Republican lawmakers playing defense against overregulation.
We want to be able to use the tools that are available to us to produce a crop and do it in an economical way, and yet do it the smart way, the safe way, and just do our job of farming.
Anderson says he fears not much will get passed in the divided House, but Minnesota Ag Commissioner Tom Peterson says he's worked with the legislature for more than 20 years, and he feels confident he can work with lawmakers from both parties to develop good policy for farmers.
The agriculture budget is about 0.5% of the state's budget. So when you look at the overall scope of things, if they can give us a target, we can work together, both with Democrats and Republicans, to do some good things.
Peterson says he expects some of the top ag topics in the legislature to include sustainable aviation fuel, beginning farmer investments, and avian influenza control. South Dakota State University Extension is offering a new webinar course designed specifically for the beef industry. The webinars correlate with SDSU Extension's Beef HQ podcast. They will be offered once a month and cover a variety of topics related to beef production.
Those might be feedlot, they might be cow-calf, they may apply to both. They may be factors that influence the industry, such as cattle numbers or economics.
Anyone interested in signing up for this free webinar series can find more information on the SDSU Extension website. Aerial applicators sprayed a record 5.5 million acres in North Dakota in 2024. Of that, 70,000 was sprayed by drone, which is an emerging field for aerial application. But that record year follows one with several deadly accidents. Jenny Schleck reports on what's being done to make it safer.
Aerial applicators in North Dakota sprayed more acres in 2024 than ever before.
Right now we have close to 80 licensed aerial applicators in the state of North Dakota. They're operating around 180 aircraft with about 160 skilled pilots.
Kyle Warner is executive director of the North Dakota Aeronautics Commission, which licenses aerial applicators for the state.
The reason we do that is to ensure that we have professionals that are operating in the fields day in and day out, making sure that it's safe for the farmers, for the public, make sure the people who are doing the work know what they're doing.
And they're more efficient. Warner says the number of pilots and planes in 2024 is about half of what it was in the 1980s, although increased efficiency means they are treating many more acres today. The record acreage also included some treatments done by drones.
Where I like to see those things is probably under power lines and around corners.
Steve Eigelhart is the president of the North Dakota Aerial Applicators Association. He says drones are also good for precision applications to small areas, but the bulk of spraying is still done by planes. There were several crashes in 2023 resulting in fatalities.
It's a high-stakes game.
But Eigelhart says they did some pilot safety training that he thinks made a difference for a fatality-free 2024, and he'd like to see the safety course become a regular event.
Everybody always needs to be reminded of things. It doesn't matter how how old or young you are. It's just a good awareness thing to have.
In Bismarck, this is Jenny Schlecht for AgWeek.
Up next on AgweekTV, we'll see how crop rotation can save you money and improve your soil.
Attention farmers, increase your revenue and prevent compaction from squeezing your profits with PTG's Central Tire Inflation System, now offered at OK Tire & Service. All controlled from the tips of your fingers, ensuring increased yield and improved fuel economy by adjusting your tire pressure within minutes. You are ensuring the best performance from your tractor on the field and off the field, compatible with any radial tire. Call the OK Tire team today or visit oktireinc.com to learn more.
A farmer's work is never done. You're not just planting a seed or harvesting a crop. You're growing a legacy. When you're up before dawn and out long past dusk, you need a banker who will work with your schedule, not the other way around. At Choice, we do banking differently, giving farmers like you time back to focus on what really matters. Choice Bank, top North Dakota Ag Bank for 10 years running, and always people first.
North Dakota Farmers Union is hosting the Evolution Ag Summit on Tuesday, February 18th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the NDFU headquarters in Jamestown. This one-day event will explore new developments in renewable fuels markets and the opportunities they create for North Dakota farmers, bringing together farmers and industry experts to promote better understanding and collaboration. Register online at ndfu.org/evolutionag.
There's no easy button, no guarantees, or promises of a good year. This is farming. It's unpredictable and demanding, with long days and sometimes stressful nights. It's weathering the storms and coming out successful. Farming isn't for everyone. We thank those who make it their life, because it is for everyone.
Improve the profitability of your ranch by partnering with Top Herefords. Attend the 25th Anniversary Bull Sale, February 14th at the ranch in Grace City, North Dakota. When you buy a Top Herefords bull, you're getting top-of-the-line genetics and benefits of marketing your feeder cattle and replacement quality heifers direct. It's a common-sense approach to greater profits on your ranch. View the 2025 catalog on topherefords.com and join us at the Bull Sale, February 14th at 1 p.m.
Crop rotations can be a vital tool in farming, especially in a no-till setting. Ariana Schumacher takes us to Dakota Lakes Research Farm to take a look at their rotations.
Dwayne Beck, former manager of the Dakota Lakes Research Farm, has done a lot of research on no-till crop rotation methods.
I guess we're best known for the work we've done with crop rotations and the value, defining the value of crop rotations. Especially in no-till production, we haven't done tillage comparisons on all these.
Rotating crops can help improve soil health, reduce the need for pesticides and fertilizer, and provide biodiversity to an operation. Beck says crop rotations are the one thing a producer can control on their farm.
It's a little bit of a chess game. It's trying to be smarter, more unpredictable, and to therefore be more smarter than the bugs and the weeds. We just think it's something that we can control and not trying to treat a symptom or treat a problem, but just avoid it.
When choosing a crop rotation, there are several aspects to consider, including the soil's health.
Our continuous corn, for instance, produces incredible soil structure. It's not necessarily the most ideal way to do things.
Crop rotation can help spread a workload throughout the year.
So we don't have these critical periods. You know, you're 4 weeks in the spring and 4 weeks in the fall, and if the weather goes bad then you're in trouble. And so what we want to do is spread that out a bit more and not have so much stress.
Beck advises producers to keep an open mind and do some of their own research when deciding what crop rotations to use on their ground.
The thing you've been doing may not be the best thing to do now, and to try some different things, because it's eventually I think we're going to have to do more of this pest control using natural systems.
In Pierce, South Dakota, this is Ariana Schumacher for AgWeek.
You can find more information on finding the right crop rotation for you on the SDSU Extension website. The equipment company Vaderstad is positioning itself for growth in the upper Midwest. I traveled to Wahpeton, North Dakota to learn more about the company and see their new American headquarters.
Our major distribution is obviously in the upper Midwest through the Corn Belt and the High Plains. But
Paul Link is the director of sales at Vaderstad. The Swedish-based equipment company was looking for a way to broaden their North American footprint. And in 2021, they were able to do so by purchasing an equipment company that the region already trusted.
When Vaderstad purchased the Wilrich product lines from the Agweek joint venture, and what Vaderstad was really looking for was a dealer network that they could move into that was established and bring their products, both planting, seeding, and tillage, from the European market and Canadian market into the U.S.
Over the past 4 years, the company has begun to make a name for themselves in the upper Midwest.
The growth has been substantial. I mean, from an equipment standpoint, volume has been very good, but also recognition of the brand and what Vaderstad is to the industry within North America and the U.S. in particular.
As you know, when we acquired Wilrich here, which is of course now Vaderstad, the market was very robust, going into the pandemic, and it was to the point where we could not keep up with production. As the market has softened, we have seen that softening. However, our plan is to continue growing.
Jason Strobe is the Vaderstad Vice President of Sales and Marketing for North America. He believes Vaderstad's equipment is ideal for the region's farmers and their needs.
We have a great fit between all of our tillage, seeding, planting, and really we're trying to show the customers and our dealers out there that Vaderstad is in this for the long haul. And our technologies, when they're all combined, we've got a great, unique offering to the farmer. But we need to start somewhere.
To help foster that growth, Vaderstad built a new headquarters at their Wahpeton facility.
Where do we bring customers and dealers to learn about who we are, right? And to have a facility like this where we can train our people, but also our dealers and customers. We can show them who we are, what we do, factory tours, and those type of things. To have a facility like this is fantastic. The other thing is it gives us a lot of opportunity for growth in the future. We're thinking long term.
The new facility was unveiled last month.
Ahead on AgweekTV, we'll have important information about the upcoming Corn and Soybean Expo in West Fargo.
Introducing the all-new Vaderstad Tempo K24, designed and built in the U.S. It combines capacity with superior precision, even at very high speeds. With PowerShoot technology that uses positive air pressure to take full control of the seed from the meter all the way down to the soil, using no belts, motors, or brushes. Start your journey to outstanding emergence. Pre-order your Tempo K today.
There's no easy button, no guarantees, or promises of a good year. This is farming. It's unpredictable and demanding, with long days and sometimes stressful nights. It's weathering the storms and coming out successful. Farming isn't for everyone. We thank those who make it their life, because it is for everyone.
Looking to add non-GMO conventional and organic soybeans to your rotation this year? Soyco International out of Gary, Minnesota is looking for new farmer contracts for the 2025 season. They have proven marketing strategies, partnered with local agronomy expertise to work alongside and provide the certified seeds needed for their contract growers. Soyco International is offering premium prices to boost your operations bottom line. Reach out to Sean Young today at 218-350-3863 to answer any questions.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, affordable health insurance, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of the uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
We offer the full lineup of brand products. Big ones are going to be your conveyors, your land rollers, grain carts, high-speed discs. Those are going to be the very popular ones that we see out in the countryside and we like to have on hand here at all times.
Brand does a really good job of supporting the products and providing the parts on time and when you need them. For a full line of brand products, give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
AgWeek weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
Are these frigid temps here to stay? Here's Lydia with our AgriWeather outlook.
Within the past week, the Climate Prediction Center has officially said La Nina is here. We are now under a La Nina advisory. That's what happens when La Nina conditions are observed. So what exactly are La Nina conditions? Well, it's at least 1 month of sea surface temperatures out in the Pacific Ocean reading below average. That started to happen in December. It has now lasted for over a month, and therefore we are in La Nina, which can give us an indication of how the rest of the winter is shaping up. Right now, we're looking at a 59% chance of La Nina conditions lasting from February to April of 2025. And then a transition to neutral is 60% likely, which is a pretty good bet, from March to May of 2025. I wanted to give you a visualization of what exactly does La Nina mean and how does it impact our weather, especially here in the northern plains. Well, you've got this cold water. That's where your sea surface temperatures are reading below average. That impacts where the jet stream lines up. That tends to leave this part of the jet out across the western parts of the United States kind of bumped up to the north. So that jet is staying to the north. That allows for a lot of dry weather out on the west coast, which of course is impacting and fueling some of those wildfires that we're hearing about out in California. Last winter, when we had El Nino conditions, this area had wet and stormy pattern throughout the course of the winter while we were kind of on the mild side for a winter. Now this is different. When you have this bump in the jet stream like this, it allows all of this colder air near the Hudson Bay to seep its way southward, and that tends to give us colder and below average temperatures as we finish out the rest of the winter here. You will, of course, have mild days, mild stretches in there, but the overall pattern is going to be below average. And you can see that when you look at these kind of prediction maps, these outlook maps. A lot of us across most of the country here dealing with below average temperatures or even near average temperatures. I want you to picture that same bump in the jet stream, allowing for things to be warmer and drier out at the west coast, while we here closer to home are, of course, below average. When you have that gray, that means typically near average, and this time of year, a lot of that leads to temperatures in the teens for at least North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. Obviously, average changes as you travel further off to the south. It gets a little bit warmer. Over the next week or so, we are looking at some passes of snow in the northern parts of the plains. Nothing that I think is going to accumulate or bring us great moisture or reverse any sort of drought conditions, but that same bump in the jet stream allows for some of those passes of snow out of Canada to work their way in our direction. As we finish out the month of January, we are still looking at near to below average temperatures for a good portion of the country. Kind of a colder start to February expected, and at least above or near average chances for precipitation. Again, I don't see any big moisture makers with this, but at least some little bits of snow to continue to bring in the chance at moisture as we continue to wrap up winter and eventually head towards spring.
North Dakota Farmers Union is hosting the Evolution Ag Summit on Tuesday, February 18th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the NDFU headquarters in Jamestown. This one-day event will explore new developments in renewable fuels markets and the opportunities they create for North Dakota farmers, bringing together farmers and industry experts to promote better understanding and collaboration. Register online at ndfu.org/evolutionag.
Winter is here, and so are the savings at Gateway Building Systems. Take advantage of limited-time winter discounts on Brock solid grain bins, built to protect your harvest and your bottom line. Need immediate assistance? Our expert millwrights crews are available now to handle your repairs and upgrades. Schedule your pre-season checkup today. Don't wait. Lock in your winter discounts. Call Gateway Building Systems at 1-800-747-4499.
At OK Tire, we're here to keep you going, whether you're in the field or on the job site.
From heavy-duty replacement tracks and conversion systems, planters to power sports, we have the right solution to tackle every working condition. We even offer a free, no-obligation undercarriage inspection to ensure your equipment is ready to roll. With expert installation and premium brands, OK Track Solutions is here to keep your operation on track.
Looking to add non-GMO conventional and organic soybeans to your rotation this year? Soyco International out of Gary, Minnesota is looking for new farmer contracts for the 2025 season. They have proven marketing strategies, partnered with local agronomy expertise to work alongside and provide the certified seeds needed for their contract growers. Soyco International is offering premium prices to boost your operation's bottom line. Reach out to Sean Young today at 218-350-3863 to answer any questions.
Integrity, excellence, teamwork. At Titan Machinery, we take care of our team. Whether you are an experienced technician or looking to start your career, Titan has a spot for you. Earn a competitive pay with the potential to make in excess of 6 figures. Service techs, come grow with a company that invests in you. Titan Machinery offers company HSA and 401k contributions, affordable health insurance, and a generous tool allowance. Plus, we'll provide all of your uniform and safety gear. Apply today at titanmachinery.com/careers.
AgweekTV Soy Insight, brought to you by the North Dakota Soybean Council.
There are a lot of big issues facing farmers right now, from low commodity prices to changing markets and the weather. Corn and soybean growers can get the latest information on those topics and many more at the annual Northern Corn and Soybean Expo at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds in West Fargo. In this month's Soy Insight, Rose Dunn talks about what will be featured at the Expo.
The 2025 Northern Corn and Soybean Expo is the premier event for soybean and corn growers to increase their productivity and profitability. There will be expert speakers and educational seminars on a variety of timely topics.
Everybody is, I think, on pins and needles when it comes to geopolitical issues.
Wyndmere farmer Carson Klosterman, chair of the North Dakota Corn Utilization Council, says geopolitical analyst Jacob Shapiro will have a lot of information to help growers make good decisions.
Knowing that there could be disruptions which sway the markets largely one way or the other helps a guy to make his decision and act quick on it.
Other important topics are the weather outlook with USDA meteorologist Brad Rippey, a grain market outlook with analyst Naomi Bloom, and a panel on the future of farm machinery with experts from John Deere and CNH. Rob Rose, vice chair of the North Dakota Soybean Council, says the panels on renewable fuels and sustainable aviation fuel will give growers information about new and growing markets for their crops.
It's exciting news because it just promotes. It's not all soybean oil or corn oil that goes into this, but it will be some of the sources of feedstock, soybean and corn oil.
In addition to the speakers and seminars, there's a trade show with more than 60 vendors featuring the latest farm equipment and technology. And the research pavilion, located in the trade show, gives growers the opportunity to engage with NDSU researchers about agronomic and production questions with their research projects supported by checkoff funds.
And what better way to answer your questions than to meet with some of those expert researchers doing the work themselves.
Not only do growers learn a lot at the Expo that can improve their bottom line, it's a good chance to network and renew friendships.
Bring your crew, bring your wife, bring your dad, bring your kids. It's something for everyone.
In Fargo, this is Rose Dunn for AgWeek.
The 2025 Expo is in the Butler Arena at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds in West Fargo on Tuesday, February 4th. The event is free, but you are encouraged to register early. To do that, please visit northerncornsoyexpo.com. Still ahead on AgweekTV, a Minnesota farmer hits the road in his vintage tractor for FFA.
Introducing the all-new Vaderstad Tempo K24, designed and built in the U.S. It combines capacity with superior precision, even at very high speeds. With PowerShoot technology that uses positive air pressure to take full control of the seed from the meter all the way down to the soil, using no belts, motors, or brushes. Start your journey to outstanding emergence. Pre-order your Tempo K today.
A farmer's work is never done. You're not just planting a seed or harvesting a crop, you're growing a legacy. When you're up before dawn and out long past dusk, you need a banker who will work with your schedule, not the other way around. At Choice, we do banking differently, giving farmers like you time back to focus on what really matters. Choice Bank, top North Dakota Ag Bank for 10 years running, and always people first.
Winter is here, and so are the savings. At Gateway Building Systems, take advantage of limited-time winter discounts on Brock solid grain bins, built to protect your harvest and your bottom line. Need immediate assistance? Our expert millwrights crews are available now to handle your repairs and upgrades. Schedule your preseason checkup today. Don't wait. Lock in your winter discounts. Call Gateway Building Systems at 1-800-747-4499.
We offer the full lineup of brand products. Big ones are going to be your conveyors, your land rollers, grain carts, high-speed discs. Those are going to be the very popular ones that we see out in the countryside and we like to have on hand here at all times.
Brent does a really good job of supporting the products and providing the parts on time and when you need them. For a full line of Brent products, give us a call at 701-361-4790 or visit our website at northstar-ag.com.
We started with a raw piece of ground out here and we put in bins, and then we started coming in with the leg and dryer system and threw in a pit. The process with working with them has been very simple. It was a one-stop shop. Go there. We came up with a plan together and they have been executing it flawlessly. Hi, I'm Brian Hoffman and I highly recommend using Advanced Grain out of Mayville, North Dakota.
A proud FFA alumni made a long trip on an old tractor to support FFA. It's this week's AgWeek cover story. This fall, retired Minnesota farmer Mark Cohen drove 1,900 miles on his 1940 Farmall tractor to call attention to FFA alumni chapters and raise money for the group. His father bought the tractor in 1980, and students at Holding Ford High School fully restored it before the trip. The ride took him from the Canadian border to the Gulf of Mexico, taking 21 days. He says he was met with kindness and generosity all along the way.
So it was just absolutely overwhelming, the heartwarming conversations and support that I had all the way down every single day, 3 or 4 times every single day. Pretty incredible.
Cohen raised about $6,000 for FFA. You could read much more about the trip in the next AgWeek magazine or at agweek.com. Stories you only see on agweek.com and an AgWeek magazine this week. Many producers may be over-fertilizing. University of Minnesota Extension has tips for saving money and nutrients. And South Dakota State University has released 4 pest management guides to help producers identify pests in their field and determine their best method of removing them. We appreciate you watching AgWeek TV. Remember to check us out daily on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to keep up on all your ag news. Have a wonderful week, everyone.